and welcome back to my channel. So this has been a super highly requested video. It is all about eyebrows, how I fill in my eyebrows, and a lot of people seem to get stuck with this or they really struggle. So it's really important to remember that when you're doing your eyebrows, you don't want to have a harsh line that starts right here and then makes a thick, bold square across your face. It'll look not good. I know that I have seen some people who do this, and if that's how you like your face to be, okay, darling, you do you, that's okay. But I personally don't think that it's a very good look, so I have mastered how to fill my brows in naturally, how to make them look bold and beautiful, but not super overdone or crazy. So, literally for the past couple months, I have been using my e.l.f. brow pomade. This was $3 from Target, and it's the color Espresso. It's very, very dark brown, and I can use a lot of this right now because my hair is so dark. When I had a lot of blonde in my hair, I was just using the B Brow Bar pencil, and this is in Cinnamon Spice. It's a lot lighter. So you see the difference in color. The darker one is the e.l.f. and the lighter one is the Brow Bar pencil. I recommend, if you like using pencils more than you like using this guy, I don't find that one is easier than the other. I feel like you can control how much product you're putting on when you use this more so than you can with this. But I do recommend using the Anastasia brow pencil. I'm out of mine, but it's an incredible brow pencil because it's so skinny and fine that it's really easy to make natural hair-like lines. Using a thick pencil like this is going to give you that square on your face, and it's just going to be out of control and way too wacky looking. So I suggest picking up a brow pencil like this that has the angle brush and the spoolie on the end. You can get these at Sally's, but mine is from Morphe. They're really, really cheap, and you can really control how much product you put on your eyebrows. So the first thing when I am ready to start working on my brows is I use the spoolie and I brush up all of the brow hair. When I get my brows waxed, my brow lady will trim off the long hairs. So if my brow hairs go above the line of my brow, she'll trim that off. And they're starting to get just a little bit long, but they're manageable. They're not out of control. The trick to having really nice filled in brows that look neat and clean and pretty, you need to keep them cleaned up, trimmed, and waxed. If you do not trust yourself, then do not do it. Find somebody that you trust, find somebody that is reputable, and that can make your brows look great. But if you do not trust yourself, then don't do it. But I have a descriptive video on how to wax and shave and trim your eyebrows on my channel already, and I will leave that linked below for you. Since I've been using my brow pomade, I will just dip this in there and brush up the side and take a little bit of the excess off on the rim. And then I look in the mirror, and I always start right here. Literally, I am barely touching my face. I am using the lightest hand possible. And then I push up with it, like this, to fill in all the blank space. And then I put a little bit more pressure when I'm coming back through the back side of the brow, because this part can be bold and this part can be filled in thicker than the front part can. So I put a little bit more pressure on, and I'm doing feather-like strokes on my brow. Down the tail. Then I take my pinky and I always go like this, because it's so easy to wipe it off if you get some excess on your skin. So now that I'm not even dipping my pencil again, I'm keeping it just like it is, and I'm starting at the line right here and moving up. Do you see how I'm doing this? Coming up at the top, swiping across, I'm getting pretty much all the product off, but I've dispersed it throughout my entire brow. Taking the spoolie, because that always lightens it up a little bit, taking my pinky and wiping a little bit of the shadow off because it's a little bit too much right there. It wipes off of the skin so easily, so you don't have to worry about that. And then you control where the hairs go with the spoolie. So do you see the difference in my brows between this one and this one? Not even a huge difference, but you can see how this is more bold and how this is lighter. I also like the Gimme Brow by Benefit. Mine is all dried up. I have the number 3, but I like to go in on the arch right here and fill it in and make it a little darker right there. And then I feather it down the tail. And like I have said before with a really thick brow pencil, if you're not experienced and you haven't nailed down the brows yet, then just don't even bother with this part. But because I know how to control it a little bit better, when I want a bolder brow because I have way more makeup on my face than a normal day-to-day basis makeup, then I will take my NYX eye and eyebrow pencil. It's really, really dark brown. I'll hold it with a light hand and just go on the arch part. Do you see how lightly I just did that and I just filled in a space where I could see skin? And feather down the tail. You see how I just made that mistake right there? Take your pinky, wipe it off. It is that easy. To keep all of this in place all day, I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. And this stuff will make your eyebrows really, really stiff. So just be careful that you don't put too much on, but with a light hand in the upward motions, because I feel like when you swipe up in an upward motion, it gives that more natural looking brow. I don't want them to stand up that much. So then I just take my regular spoolie that has no product on it and go over it. So people that have thinner eyebrows than I do, that really don't have much of a shape at all and have to draw it on, then I recommend using a really skinny pencil that's light colored, the shape of the eyebrow that you want, and then after you do that soft line, make feather strokes really lightly with the brow pencil and fill it in, and then use a spoolie and blend it out, and it'll look natural. So it's just gonna take some time. You gotta stick the mirror in your face and you gotta concentrate and practice, but once you get it down, it'll be so much easier. These are my tools to making great, beautiful, bold brows. I really hope that you found this video helpful. I hope that it gave you a little bit of knowledge about how to fill in your brows without making a thick line across your face. Brows are finicky and they're a little bit tricky, but when you really practice and you spend a lot of time on it and you know what looks good on your face, it's a whole lot easier to do day after day, and it doesn't take a whole lot of time. So you don't have to go spend $24, I don't know how much it is, on a brow pencil like this. You can pick up a Maybelline one or Revlon or whatever at the drugstore for maybe 10 bucks instead of $24. It doesn't have to get expensive. One of these costs about 5 bucks from Morphe. It's a great spoolie brush. I will leave the link below in the description box for you because I really recommend that a lot. Anastasia also has a brow pomade as well, but this one works just as good, and it's 3 bucks instead of 20-something dollars. The Benefit Gimme Brow, I love all of the Benefit brow products. All of them are incredible. I have used every single one of them. And then if you are more experienced with your brows and you want them to be a little bit bolder, then picking up one of these from the drugstore, it's the NYX Eyebrow and Eye Crayon. That is also great as well. This will keep your brows in place all day. I really do like it, but there are other brow setting gels that you can get that are not as expensive. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel before you go. Share this video with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!